Hello boys and girls, it is Connor from Team Cauldron, and today I'm going to commentate over a little feature match that Zac and I had about a week ago now. So, in this game, I'm playing water, well slash mermail, whatever you want to call it, and unbeknownst to me, Zac is playing Orcust Mekk-knight. So I've not really done anything with this matchup before. This game is absolutely riddled with misplays and shit, so I have just edited this out. Of course, we haven't played with physical cards in about 3 months now due to the pandemic, so please excuse us on that part. But I hope you enjoy the little layer we have here. Let me know if you want to see it in future videos. But, at the moment, so I'm just starting my generic mermail combo using Megalo. A lot of people don't use Megalo, but I've said before and I'll say again, it's basically just a second Teus. Yes, you have to discard one more card, but you get the search with the Mizuchi off of it, which prevents the Dark Ruler no more. So, as you can see here, I'm chain blocking with the Megalo. So he stops me getting the Mizuchi, but I still send, I believe, the goons to then get the extra search. I open quite a shite hand, to be fair. Opening Pike, which I only really use for an anti-Nibiru combo, isn't the greatest. Didn't open any starters, didn't open Nep, didn't open Diva, so I kind of had to bodge my own way around this hand, which is, it's okay. But thank God managed to get to Toad before the 5th summon, well, on the 5th summon I believe. So, I have that added layer of protection from Nibiru, which I believe Zac's going to try and drop. The rock is not allowed. Toad says no. So, that's always good. There's nothing worse than starting a combo off and they drop a fucking Nibiru on you. Because, whilst I have just lost quite an important piece that I could have used a combo with, it's better to get rid of that negate and not have it absolutely dead fucking bored. So, I believe now I am going to pop Avarice. I believe I have 5 waters in grave. So, I'm just thinking, I'm sitting there. I don't know what I must be searching off the effect of, yeah, I am. Okay. So, I got Pop Avarice in hand. Zac is just burning through hand traps at this point. I've got a Minstrel. I don't know why I did the Minstrel now, to be fair. He's already, dropped the Nibiru. He's dropped enough things. I could have popped the Nibiru out ages ago, but I was just wary. All I do know is he is running the Cypher and Gamma and stuff like that, and I didn't want to get to my end board, which I was hoping would have been an Appaloosa, and then just be negated, and I'm sitting there on a 0 attack beat stick, because, that's never fun. But anyways, I'm searching for the Mooling Glacier here, got 5 waters in grave, so I'm just like, right, get looped. But again, if I didn't have the Minstrel, could loop for 2, but I've literally looped for 1. And it's not really hit anything important. In hindsight, I should have probably ripped the Mekk-knight out. Then, knowing that it was knowing the gear suit was in hand, just Mooling Glacier that, because the gear suit is one of the most important combo starters in his deck. So, I really shouldn't have thought about hitting it the way I did. But hindsight's 2020, and please excuse me by the way. I'm ill as shit, but. It's just British weather for you. It's always fucking cold. Always going to complain. But if you can see in the middle there, my little custom field center, and on top of Zac's deck, my little custom tokens. If you do want anything like that, please visit my Etsy store. I'll put a little ad up now if I feel fancy, and there will be a link to it down in the description, because why the fuck not? So anyways, I've passed over to Abyssalacia. I believe I have a heavy infantry in hand, and I'm just going to pass. I don't really use Abyssalacia as much as I should, because it's a good, it's a solid card as long as you have the support cards in hand, because, heavy infantry and marksmen are absolutely banging just to start popping things from their field, and the next game you can push for game, or, it's lovely, but, I only run 1 of each, because I don't feel like I need any more. Maybe heavy infantry I would run a second, because it is also a good normal summon, allowing you to normal summon again. But again, if that gets hit with something like an Imperm, you're just sitting there on a 400 attack body. What's the point of having it? You know what I mean? So at this point, I'm sending the heavy infantry, and this is when I kind of knew I fucked up. So I'm gonna send his Purple Nightfall, but he's just obviously gonna chain off of it, get the blue sky. which, I mean, I really should have thought about. So now he's going to normal summon his Gears. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to use a column. Then he's going to normal summon his Gearsu. And at the end of the day, now I've just let him go full Orcust combo, which we all know is not fun at all. So there's the Gearsu. Don't we all love full Orcust combo? I mean, I for one hate it, but, you know, it do be like that. I've dealt with too many formats of Orcust just being the best deck. But it's okay. I mean, when I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! About a year ago now, Cyber Orcust was a thing, and it was the first deck I picked up. And I mean, it was fun as fuck to play, but it's not fun from the receiving end of an Orcust player. The deck is so powerfully recursive, but I think my end board here was a bit shite. But I mean, out of the hand I had, I think it was alright. But it's Zac's getting into Galatea now, and I mean, I know it's the end for me. I'm preparing my own funeral, because as soon as Galatea is on the field and you have any Orcust card in grave, you know it's kind of game over. Orcust may be this, you know, tier 2 deck at the moment, but that's only because the power creep of Adamantipator and Eldritch right now is so high. And I mean, Orcust, whilst they can include Halka Fibrax, they kind of don't get much use out of it as other decks can. So, I mean, my water build, I didn't even manage to get into Halk this game, which is a massive, massive shame. But, I mean, yeah, some decks that can get into Halka Fibrax obviously are excelling right now. I think the only exception would be like things like Salamangreat, because, I mean, they just don't need it. But Orcust, again, they don't really need it, but I think it's nice to have on the side. I believe Zac does run one, but I've never seen him really go into it. Because, I mean, Orcust is it's just heavily go into Galatea, get Ding, and then just recur for the rest of the game, because, yeah, the deck's recursive is absolute shit. So at this point, I think my Baslage has just been sent, so I'm going to get the search effect off of it. Well, the send effect, then add effect. So Goons does its thing. Just reading the card text just to make sure, because I'm a fucking idiot. But that's okay. So here I am just playing with my cards and playing with myself. Get the special summon of Megalo. It wasn't a search. That's me being, again, a fucking idiot. But that's fine. So Megalo's been summoned. So I add the Nep off of the Goon stand, which is absolutely fine. I have a nice little play starter for next turn. So let Zac cut my deck before I fucking cut myself after playing a game of Orcust, but, you know, it's not too bad. So Zac's going into the Masquerena for the next turn bit of interruption, I'm assuming. So I'm assuming, yeah, he's just going to pass on that, but Babel's up, so, you know, he gets to play with himself during my fucking turn. Which is, you know, that's also fine, I guess. So it's a symbol effect. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Well, I believe that was Nightmare Effect. Sorry, yeah, it was the Nightmare Effect send symbol. So I'm going to normal summon the Nep here. I'm just going to sit there and wait for him to. Yeah, so he's going to let me do it. Alright, so it's just standard water combo here. You send the Goons, you add the Goons, and I think that's why Pot of Avarice was so good in this deck, because with Mermail, you do just burn through your entire deck in the first turn. And then after that, if you're left top decking, you're kind of fucked on a grind game. And who grinds best? It's Eldritch Adamantipator, so we have a kind of shite matchup for those. Also, I had a game the other day where I was playing an Adamantipator player, and he brought out the Water Charmer, and I was like, oh, okay. And then revived my own Dragite, and then just popped my board and attacked the game. So, yeah, don't be me. Don't use Dragite anymore, because that shit's not fun. But, I mean, I heard that the Charmers are getting their own structure deck, which is kind of nice, and some of the reprints in there are absolutely tasty. What we've seen so far, I believe, is Evenly Matched and Dark Ruler No More. Dark Ruler No More is only a £10 card, and Evenly Matched is fucking expensive, so, you know, I wouldn't mind, but everyone running Evenly Matched is not fun. I don't want to hear those cursed words of end battle phase anymore. Like, that shit is, yeah, scarred me for life a little bit. So Here I am playing with myself again. Anyways, get the search of the Mizuchi. I have, I believe so. Yeah, so the Lapis on board. I'm about to go into Hulk. Of course, Zac's going to chain, IP, go into the Unicorn, send my Lapis. Oh no, it wasn't the Unicorn, my apologies. It was the Longirsu. Zac goes into Longirsu, sends my Lapis, because he fucking hates me. And there goes my big brain plays. I think I could have probably got game on board as well, which is really fucking annoying. But it do be like that. So, again, Teus in hand, I'm going to send that Shathana. No big deal. So, use Teus effect, search. At the end there, I've got two level 7s on board now. I could go into an Abyss. I have no tuners. Half my extra deck is tuners. So, there's no point wasting on someone like a Coral enemy. So, I will go into the Abyss. His effect is pretty nuts. I mean, it's not fantastic against the Orcust matchup because its ability restricts levels, not ranks. But with the Mekk-knight package, it is kind of good as well. But it's kind of management of when I use that effect, because its effect, if you don't know, is effectively you you detach during your opponent's turn, and then everything on their side of the field has their effects negated. Now, do you do it on the Orcust normal summon? No, because there's no fucking point. They have so many, they have so much shit in grave already. I mean, if it was turn 1, I'd probably do it on their normal summon when they try and ditch. Say if they, I don't know, normal summon Dark Grepher, Armageddon Knight, then you'd hit it. Because they're just sitting there playing with themselves. But, I mean, this is turn 2 now. Well, yeah, it's my turn 2. And it'll be Zac's second turn, so 4th turn of the game. And he's going to have so many resources in grave, there is literally no fucking point in me even thinking about it. So, I mean, I do wait before he gets something like the ding out. But this is a misplay here. I link summoned Coral enemy, and I decided to res the Nep for no fucking reason, and put it all the way over the left-hand side. Zac's reading my card like, what the fuck is this thing? Because, let's be real here, the one thing about water that's kind of nice is a lot of people don't know the matchup very well. So it kind of catches people off guard. I try and play a less hand loopy, more control variant, but you can't out-control Orcust. But yeah, unfortunately, that is my bad of leaving Nep in the wrong column there. I should have actually put it under the, I should put the Nep under the Coral enemy. But, you know, again, man's just an idiot. So, Zac's going to start his turn here. I'm getting absolutely ruined. I am fully, out of resources in hand. So, again, he's just going to use the column. Again, hindsight, I should have just put the Mizuchi somewhere else. But, I mean, the Mizuchi does lock down this game quite a lot. It's kind of nice. He's really, he finds so many ways to try and out it and just can't. We had so many ruling questions, because you'll see in a minute, he sits there and thinks for ages, and then he summons a BLS. I'm just going to ruin it for you here. Because, yeah, we had such a debate over whether its effects would come through, because obviously he's used over a level 7, so it'll be unaffected. So you can see he's going into his extra deck here. He's thinking about it, but he doesn't know. And he was saying to me during the game, he was like, oh, this is the biggest brain move. And, I had to be like, it isn't, but it's also a really good move. But, I don't know. It was a massive waste of 3 potentially really good materials on his side of the field, though. But, I don't know. It's just a shame, because I mean, I know it can't be destroyed by card effects, and it may be unaffected. I can't be 100%. But, anyways, I just attacked over it. It wouldn't get its effect to banish. And, yeah. It's a shame, but it'd be like that, I guess. But this game 1 has really dragged on. I mean, yes, there are a lot of ruling questions. And realistically, we're, 14 minutes in now? It would be a little bit longer, but that's okay. I feel like my audio may be a little bit ahead, but again, it's fine. I'm sure you guys don't mind. So, we're just going to wait here while Zac reads his cards. So, yeah, he's just thinking what to do. Longest who's sitting there still. You just need to get one extra card on field, and then you can start fucking with me. I'm just kind of sitting there waiting for that ding to come out so I can just detach and negate, because as soon as he sends my Biscars, that's fucking game. I have Nep on board and nothing else. Sorry, and a coral enemy, which does absolutely fuck all for me. So, again, he brings back his Galatea here. I don't want to see her again. Like, I've just spent so many years of hating Orcust now. But Zac, to be fair to Zac, he's been playing Orcust for so long. Like, the guy's an absolute nutcase for the deck. Like, fair enough, though. He finds a deck he loves. He plays it. Absolutely fine. Zac's done quite well at regionals. He was, 1 win off topping last year, which is a massive shame for him. Obviously, this year events aren't really a thing. But I know that next year, he'll absolutely go and smash it, because Zac is such a solid player. And so here he's going to ditch the Wild Wand. No problem. I'm pointing at my this guy. I was being like, okay, am I gonna fucking negate? Prob's not, though. Not obviously not go to the Wild One, but there's no point in thinking of negating the Galatea, because you'd only overlay and put into Ding and then ruin my fucking life. He still hasn't summoned this BLS yet. I thought he summoned it ages ago, But yeah, so he's going to the Extrix now. He'll probably summon it. Yeah, there you go. So he's just going to go into it with a massive ruling question about it. Tears are shed. Fists are thrown. No, it's all good. But yeah, I'm going to look at declaring Abyss Goddess's effect here, but I don't. I think we have this little ruling question. I have to cut like 3 minutes out because we had one of our friends who was just there just to talk us over it, because I've not really played against the BLS Link before. It's not really something I'm too fond of seeing, but it's just a cool card. I would definitely run it myself, actually, because it'd be nice. It'd be a nice little Link card, especially if Hulk gets banned. If Hulk ever gets banned, I would run a really Link heavy build. So maybe another copy of Abyssalacia, things like BLS, just a lot of little like water extenders, but no more Marincess cards, because the amount of times I fucked myself with Coral and Enemy is absolutely unreal. But I don't see Hulk getting banned anytime soon. Konami have only just kind of released that shit, and again, it would kill Sales Synchro Eldritch shit and Adamantipator. So yeah, I would like to see how Adamantipator functions without the Hulk, but I think they'll be fine. Like, without Hulk and Block Dragon, maybe a big hit for it, but otherwise it shouldn't be too bad. So here I normal summoned the gun, was expecting to do something fantastic, but then I was like, oh, okay, I've kind of burnt through everything. Here's a Link Rebo and pass. And at this point, I am so ready to scoop it up. We go into battle phase, but yeah, shag the BLS out of existence, and now I'm like, oh, lit, I can't fucking do anything. What a surprise. So yeah, I sit there past turn in just a second, which is a really, really fucking dumb move for me. I could have done so much, I could have done so much more, but I burnt through my resources way too quickly. And yeah, so Zac's Mekk-knight's just going to come back, fuck me in the arse again. At this point, I just don't know. It's the end of the game, let's be real here, Chief. So I just sit there, let it happen. I have absolutely no interruption. So he's just going to search for his whole fucking deck, ruin my life. But that is absolutely no problem for me. I had a plan for game 2. I thought it was the biggest brain, because at the end of the day, I have a massive disadvantage right now. Orcust can gain card advantage like no one's fucking business. I couldn't. I burnt through all of mine, and I'm sitting on a 2800 booty and a Link Rebo, so not the spiciest of odds. So I was planning on, now with the knowledge that he was a hard go second deck, I sat there and I was like, right, I'm decided to go second myself, and I'm going to make him go first, which could have been a really, really good idea, but you'll find out in a little bit like kind of what happens. But my thought process was, side in some Nibiru's, just let him do his thing, and realistically, if I'd been smart, I could have just sided in a couple more going second cards, but again, it'd be like that. I didn't want to side too hard in case he was just set and pass, but this is Orcust. Let's be real here, that's not going to fucking happen. So, yeah, Zac starts just ruining my field, and I'm going to look at scooping, and yeah. So, we're going into game 2 here. I'm sure I'll cut over in just a minute, and yeah, I'll get back to you in a minute. So in game 2, again, as I said, I let Zac go first, and I mean, he opened Scrap Recycler, which effectively is full fucking Orcust combo, and I'm sitting there on a spicy 0 interruptions, which, you know, when you side cards, obviously, you want to see them. I was praying to get Nibiru, because Nibiru here could have absolutely fucked his combo, before he got into things like Lib, got ditches off, but, I mean, I'm just pissed. I'm absolutely so pissed at myself. Because I had the perfect going first hand. But, yeah, I could have absolutely ruined him. I don't think he saw any interruption hand. Either he called me knowing that I'd go second, and just built his deck to go first for this one. I don't really know. I'll have to actually ask him. But, yeah, at this point he gets Scrap Golem on the field. Scrap Recycler's there, and they come from a beautiful area of Yu-Gi-Oh! Fucking hell. They come from a beautiful era of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where everything isn't once per turn, so, you know, as fun as it sounds, it's not, so he's just gonna ditch shit. He'll link off into Scrap Wyvern, and then just do Orcust fuckery, I guess, and he ends on a pretty fucking nutty board, I'm not going to lie, but it do be like that. So again, he just banished the Jet Synchron for the ditch. I believe he went into an IP Masquerena there, he did, which is very weird. I think he was like, oh no, I need to make a column so he can extend, which is absolutely fine. And I did think, to be fair, Orcust had problems getting columns for the Mekk-knight engine on their first turn, but clearly not. I didn't think they ran that many back row cards besides like the Crescendo, the Babel, and a couple of World Legacy cards. I know they ran a Succession, obviously, and I can't even remember the other one, to be honest. But at this point, Zac is just getting shit after shit on board. He's going to go into the Appaloosa here, and I mean, at this point, it's game over. Like, he's got a 3 material Appaloosa. I'm sitting there on, I think, a Diva and Neptibus in hand, which Diva gets negated, I pass, I lose. I didn't have anything like Teus. I had a Megalo and Dragoons, I believe. But, you know, Nibiru would have been absolutely spicy. I mean, he would have been able to play through it because he's fucking Orcust. But, yeah, so, I believe I had a Thana, a Lapis, Nep, Diva, Goons. That was it. So, I mean, it's not bad. I could have searched the Megalo. Could have been alright, nice and spicy, but that Appaloosa is just going to ring so much trouble for me. And again, Zac starts to set up the Orcust engine again. So rather, knowing he's going into my turn, he's just going to set up more negates just to make my life even more difficult. So he's just going to go link away into the Galatea. Galatea's effect going to send the World 1 back to deck, and then he's going to search for Crescendo. Now, Crescendo is a much better move than Babel here, because he's not got that many resources in grave yet. He can always get a second Galatea out, but the Crescendo is just that added layer of interruption for me. So I'm sitting on 3 monster negates, a negate and banish. Like, can't really get that much worse. But then he decides to do the most stupid fucking thing. And just because he hates me, like, this is big brain plays for him. So, he's got Mekk-knights absolutely everywhere. He's going to hard make the Dingirsu, which I have not seen in a long time. So he's going to hard make the Dingirsu using the 2 Mekk-knights. So, and then use effect to attach. So he's got a 3 material Dingirsu. So it's 3 protects, a negate and banish, 3 monster negates. How the fuck am I going to play through that? Could get an Ibiru. But of course I didn't draw it. Oh wait, I top decked it. At this point, I was fuming. If I'd have just drawn the Nibiru, I could have done something, but yeah, I top decked it for turn, which I'm just going to scoop it up. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Thank you for dealing with my ill arse trying to commentate. And yeah, thank you. It's been fun to talk over this with you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe to our channel. And thank you. Bye.